The Amish are known for their distinctive appearance and their commitment to living a simple life separate from the rest of society. But what are some of the rules that they follow that might surprise you? Let's dive into the fascinating world of the Amish and check out some of their amazing rules. From marriage to technology, we will be exploring the reasons behind these rules and how they impact the lives of the Amish community. So grab your popcorn and get ready to learn about some of the most unbelievable rules Amish women follow. Rule number 1. No birth control. In the Amish community, the use of birth control is strictly prohibited. This rule is based on their religious beliefs that all life is sacred and should be allowed to flourish. For Amish women, family planning is primarily done through natural methods such as the rhythm method, which involves tracking ovulation cycles to determine the safest days to have intercourse. This practice allows them to avoid the use of artificial forms of birth control, such as pills, patches, or implants, which are seen as unnatural and sinful. The decision to have children is a significant one in the Amish community, and it is seen as a blessing from God by avoiding artificial birth control. Amish women are able to accept any child that is conceived without guilt or shame, regardless of the circumstances surrounding their conception. It's important to note that this rule is not just limited to married women. Single Amish women are also expected to abstain from sex before marriage and are taught that any sexual activity outside of wedlock can result in pregnancy. This belief system is deeply ingrained in the Amish culture, and it is a fundamental aspect of their way of life. Rule number 2. No contact with Non Amish men. Another surprising rule followed by Amish women is the prohibition against forming close relationships with men outside of their community. This rule is rooted in the Amish belief in separation from the world known as Rumspringa, which is the period in an Amish person's life when they are allowed to explore the outside world and its temptations before deciding whether or not to join the adult community. During this time, they may interact with non-Amish people and even form romantic relationships. However, once an Amish person decides to join the adult community, they are expected to sever all ties with non-Amish men. This includes avoiding eye contact, speaking to, or forming any kind of relationship with them. This rule is in place to protect the Amish community and its traditions. By limiting the influence of outside cultures, the Amish are able to maintain their distinct way of life and prevent the introduction of harmful practices or beliefs. It keeps the community tight-knit and connected, united by their common values and traditions. It is important to note that the rule does not apply to women's interactions with male members of other communities. For example, Amish women may interact with male missionaries who come to their communities to share their beliefs. Rule number 3. No getting a divorce. The Amish community has a strong emphasis on the sanctity of marriage, and divorce is not an option for its members. In fact, the word divorce is not even part of their vocabulary. Instead, if a couple is experiencing difficulties in their marriage, they are encouraged to seek help from their local church leaders. These leaders, known as bishops and ministers, will work with the couple to help them reconcile their differences and stay together. The Amish believe that marriage is a lifelong commitment between two people and God, and as such, they are committed to staying together through thick and thin. This rule is not just a religious belief, but it is also a practical one. By discouraging divorce, the Amish community is able to maintain its social order and stability. Divorce can be a traumatic experience for children and can have a lasting impact on their lives. Therefore, the Amish prioritize the well-being of their children and strive to keep their families together. While this rule may seem outdated in modern society, it is an important part of the Amish culture and traditions. Rule number 4. No cosmetics. The use of cosmetics such as makeup, nail polish, and lipstick is strictly prohibited in the Amish community. This rule is rooted in the Amish interpretation of modesty and simplicity. They believe that the use of cosmetics is a form of vanity, and it goes against their religionist teachings. Instead, Amish women are expected to embrace their natural beauty and avoid any alterations to their appearance. This rule extends to clothing, as well as Amish women are expected to wear modest and plain clothing that does not draw attention to their bodies. While this rule may seem strange in today's society where cosmetics are widely used, it is an important part of the Amish culture and traditions. By avoiding the use of cosmetics, Amish women are able to maintain their sense of community and identity and avoid being consumed by the outside world. Rule number 5. No birthdays. The celebration of birthdays is another custom that is not observed in the Amish community. This rule is based on their belief that it is inappropriate to make a big deal out of a day simply because a person was born on that day. Instead, the Amish believe that every day is a gift from God and should be treated with the same level of gratitude and reverence. This rule totally applies to all those special days too, like anniversaries and holidays. The Amish often avoid celebrations to stay humble and low-key. They also believe that these celebrations can lead to excessive drinking, gambling, and other forms of sinful behavior. As a result, the Amish community tends to keep a low profile and avoid many of the festivities that are common in other cultures. Rule number 6. No television. In the Amish community, the use of television is strictly prohibited. This rule is rooted in their belief that television is a source of temptation and can lead to a loss of faith. The Amish believe that television promotes worldly ideas and values that are contrary to their religion's teachings. Additionally, they believe that television can cause the younger generation to become lazy and unmotivated, which is why it is often banned in their homes. This rule is not just limited to the use of television sets, but also extends to other forms of electronic media, such as movies and videos. Instead, the Amish community relies on other forms of entertainment, such as singing, storytelling, and playing instruments. While this rule may seem outdated in today's society, it is an important part of the Amish culture and traditions. By avoiding the use of television, the Amish community is able to maintain its sense of community and identity and avoid being influenced by the outside world. Rule number 7. No higher education. The pursuit of higher education is another area where the Amish community has strict rules. Amish students are not allowed to attend colleges or universities after high school. This rule is based on their belief that higher education can lead to a loss of faith and a rejection of traditional values. Instead, the Amish value vocational training and apprenticeships as a means of acquiring skills and knowledge. This rule is not just limited to the Amish youth, but also extends to adult members of the community who wish to pursue higher education. If an Amish person decides to leave the community and attend college, they are often shunned and no longer considered part of the group. This rule is in place to protect the community and its traditions. By limiting the influence of higher education, the Amish are able to maintain their distinct way of life and prevent the introduction of harmful practices or beliefs. It also keeps the community close-knit and united, all thanks to their shared values and traditions. Rule number 8. No electric lights. The use of electric lights is strictly prohibited in the Amish community. This rule is based on their belief that electricity can be a source of temptation and can lead to a loss of faith. The Amish believe that electricity is a tool of the modern world, and it is not in line with their religion's teachings. Instead, the Amish use alternative sources of light, such as kerosene lamps and candles. This rule is not just limited to the use of electric lights in homes, but also extends to other public spaces. For example, the Amish may not participate in events that take place in buildings with electric lights, such as school dances or plays. While this rule may seem strange in today's society, it is an important part of the Amish culture and traditions. By avoiding the use of electric lights, the Amish community is able to maintain its sense of community and identity and avoid being influenced by the outside world. These rules may seem unusual and even challenging, but they play an essential role in maintaining the integrity and traditions of the Amish community. The rules are not meant to be restrictive, but rather a way to preserve their cultural and religious heritage. By adhering to these rules, the Amish community is able to live a life that is centered around their faith, family, and community.